Hello, it's Paul Suellentrop from the Wichita Eagle and Daniel Allar from the Evansville Courier and Press after Wichita State's 78-65 win here at the sold-out Ford Center. Daniel, Wichita State's defense certainly carried the day. You were at the first game in Koch Arena, which was a much closer affair. What was the difference?
I think the difference in this one was Evansville's role players never really got going. Jalen Brown had 18 points last time. I know Adam Wing stuck some occasional jump shots to kind of loosen up the defense, even though Wichita did a great job on Ballantyne that game too, and on Miskevichus. Miskevichus probably got going a little more today, but the fact that Ballantyne was pretty much shut out for the first 3 quarters of the game was a pretty big difference, and especially when Evansville's role players didn't step up.
Yeah, I think Wichita State said they didn't help much off Jalen Brown. He certainly played really well in Wichita, and that definitely changed today. Fred VanVleet, career high 32 points. What was his influence on the game? Why was he so successful against Evansville's defense?
Well, I think he just has a knack for, weaving in and out of traffic and finding driving lanes, and then he made 15 of 15 free throws. That shows you how good he was at getting to the line, drawing fouls, and then cashed in all of them. And he was the one constant, I think, for Wichita State today who, cycled in a ton of guys, but they were also in foul trouble with a really choppy foul fest. But he was, he played 38 minutes. He was one of their only stars, I guess, who didn't find foul trouble, and he was the steady factor for Wichita.
Yeah. And if you could pick one guy not to be in foul trouble for Wichita State, it would probably be Fred. I'm sure from a Wichita State perspective, they were not happy with the officiating. Eddie Jackson was here, the supervisor of officials, and that always seems to bring fouls. From an Evansville perspective, how did you think the whistle went?
I thought there were just too many whistles. I didn't think it was unfair either way, really. Mm-hmm. A lot of fouls out on the court where it was, from the Evansville perspective, I know Brazoya picked up 2 offensive fouls in the first half. He had to go to the bench for a while. They had, I think, 3 of their first 5 fouls were offensive fouls. One of them was like cutting. You rarely find a cutter pick up an offensive foul. One of them is posting up too hard. Right. It's just kind of some fouls on both sides where they're usually play-ons, it seems. But
it was definitely tightly called, and we got a palming call, which you rarely see.
Right.
All right, this was a big day for Evansville. Sold out Ford Center. If they wanted to have any chance of maybe squeaking into the at-large conversation, they needed to win today.
Right.
How do they rebound from this?
I think, obviously, I know, I just seen the score, they beat Southern Illinois today. So it'll be interesting to see, because they've been the most enigmatic team in the Valley, what they come out with. But I think Wichita's length and just athleticism frustrates Evansville a little bit, kind of gets them out of rhythm offensively, but against everyone else in the Valley, they seem to get going in their flow. So I expect them to be okay from here on out. Obviously, Wichita's on a little bit different level, but I think Evansville is still probably the second best team in the Valley. They could still finish number 2.
Yeah, they're tied with Southern Illinois now, so those two will kind of battle it out to see who's the 2 seed. Where should I eat tonight in Evansville?
Oh man, I got a lot. I have a lot of recommendations. Any particular type of food
you're
feeling?
For whatever. No, just hit me with your best. Taroni's, is that that's the local favorite, right? Taroni's pizza.
That's the pizza. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Gerst House. That's a little something you won't get everywhere. It's authentic German food. There's also a more American style menu, but like 60 beers on tap and authentic German food and a cool decor in there, an old building.
All right, I'll let you get to work, Daniel. Paul Suellentrop from the Wichita Eagle, Daniel Allar from the Evansville Courier Press. You can read all about it in both those places. Thank you very much to our guest videographer today. What's his name?
Clay Trainham.
Clay Trainham of the Evansville Sports Information Staff. He's doing a fine job. We're going to let him get to work too. Thank you very much for listening. Wichita State wins it 78-65.